Hello, everyone. That window light is gonna kill me. See if I can like move out of that direct light. So off to the side. All right, let's see who comes in. Am I a little blurry? I feel like I'm a little blurry. Let me use this. Okay, that's a little bit better. Hi, Vizel. How are you? Hey, dear. Thank you for coming in and joining the chat. I know it's like I can't say a random Thursday because I definitely did say I was going to come live today. Oh, I'm glad you're doing great. I hope some more people come in, but if not, it's going to be me and you for a little while, and then, I'll pop off. I'll hop off, not pop off. Hey, Emmett, how are you? She said your hair is so cute. Thank you, thank you. I hope you watched the last video. It's from the Roots picnic, and I'm losing gems a little bit here and there, and it's all right though. It's still cute. Well, most of them are still in. It's just like this one and oh no, that's still there. Oh, okay. Sorry, my camera's a little bit blurry today. I don't really know what's going on, but hi, Celia. She says, hi, hey, Michelle. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good today. Today is like, for me, like restocking day, and I've just been like making more products. I'm going to be doing a sale like around Juneteenth or Father's Day, right around there. I'm going to be releasing some just like products for men, just a beard oil. And it's basically just my oil, but just called the beard oil. So doing some stuff for that for Juneteenth and Father's Day. So just right now, like getting geared up with all the products I'm trying to like put out. I'm also working on that hibiscus and shea gel because I told you guys I was going to do a gel for that line. So I want to get that out like as soon as possible. I have all the 2-ounce samples that I don't have all of them, but I'm making a bunch more samples. So I have a lot like coming through soon. Hey Chloe, how are you? Hey Ghibli, she says, hey Michelle. And I said, yes, it's cute. Thank you, thank you. Y'all know, like I love to do like fun and different hairstyles. So yep. Love your hair. Thank you, Terry. Hey Wonder. Oh, it looks clear. Okay, I'm glad it looks clear on your end. Maybe it's just me being overly critical of things. Also, like if I sit here, there's like that light blur, so I'm trying to like sit off to the side. Yolanda says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for everyone who's joining me. Catherine says, hi, happy nappy crew. Anyone suffering from the wildfire smoke up north? Because I am. Oh, yeah, definitely am. I think the worst part is I could not find my N95 mask. And, I walk my dog like every single day. And even he was out there like, and so we turned around, went right back in. So kind of sucks though, because it's really foggy outside. And of course, the weather's nice, but no one could be out there. So it's just kind of very annoying. But I hope everyone stays safe. And, if you have air purifier, use it, stay inside, mask up if you have to go outside. So, yeah. Celia says, I've only used your hibiscus and shea moisturizing styler. Can you tell me how it is different to your own aloe twist cream? Well, they both provide hold. And I'll tell you guys, the reason I created this styler as opposed to the twist cream, there's actually 2 reasons. Some people told me that they were allergic to like shea butter, extra virgin olive oil, some of like the horsetail, the nettle. So I created the hibiscus and shea line for those. It was like a lower allergy line. There's only mango butter. There's no extra virgin olive oil. There's like minimal herbs that cause allergies in that line. They both provide a nice amount of hold. I would say you're like if you wear twists often or you wear braids often, the twist cream is really good. I like to use the styler for when I'm like, I hate to say this because it's like the same thing. When I'm like styling my hair for like this, something like this, I use my styler in. But I'm gonna, for me, it lays my edges down pretty well. I use a scarf. I do, use a little edge control on my edges, even though I only do it like that one time, like on that Sunday. Sorry, I just feel like it's very blurry. I'm just using my laptop. Okay, maybe it's just me being overly critical. Um, what was I saying? So yeah, so I like to use the twist cream if I'm gonna wear twists for a long period of time. It gives a really nice hold, a ton of moisture. It's a little thicker product than the hibiscus and shea base styler. You could use them interchangeably or just use one or the other. I think they both work really effectively. Um, right now I feel like I'm stuck on the styler, but that's me. Like anything new, I'm like the shiny kid. I mean, I'm like the kid who has a shiny new toy. I get a new product and I'm like, oh, I want this. This is my favorite. And then I make another product. I'm like, oh, I like this. This is my favorite. So um again, I would say mostly you're still gonna get a light hold for with both products. Nothing's gonna be like crazy heavy hold like a gel would. But both are gonna moisturize your hair and aid in styling, create definition. I would say the styler does have a ton more slip than the twist cream, so you can use the styler as a detangler as well. Not that the twist cream doesn't have any slip, but I would say by far the styler has way more slip than the twist cream. And you would say, "How soon, Michelle? My money acting funny." So the sale will probably, I would say, like either like around Juneteenth or Father's Day. So like whatever weekend that is. So it's I think that's next weekend. The what's today? Today's the 8th. So the probably the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. I'll do the sale and I'll drop the travel size things and um the beard oil. I'm dropping a beard oil for Father's Day, obviously. And the 16 ounce of the hibiscus and shea leave-in. I think that's it. And I'm working on the gel, which I'm gonna try to have out soon. So yes. Simply Sandra says, "Hi Michelle, checking in from Florida, Lauderdale, Florida. Love your hair. It's cute. Thank you so much." Nika said, "But wait, how do we get all this pretty on a Thursday?" Oh, stop. Well, I missed Sunday's live because I was at the Roots picnic. And so I said I was gonna come on Thursday. So that's why you see me on a Thursday. I'm not gonna be here for super long, but I did want to come in and ask like if you guys have any questions regarding the challenge. Feel free to drop it in. Y'all know we talk about whatever, we're all over the place. So we don't have to stay on topic exactly. I know right now we're talking about like products and my hair. So but feel free to like drop it in the chat. Ask sooner rather than later because I actually have a dance class tonight and rehearsals tonight. So I'm going to be going there around like 7. So just let me know if you have any questions regarding everything. Catherine says, right, yesterday was night and it was so dark and foggy. Yes. And like some of the pictures, I mean, I know like New York was like being primarily focused right now because it was like heavy in New York, but Philly is pretty bad right now too. It doesn't have, maybe it's in I don't know where it is now, but this morning it was like severe alert. So yeah, but so stay inside. Yeah. Cause I walk my dog, but we didn't go on a long walk and both of us were like, we were back in very quickly today. Ghibli says, is Bring Brush, wait, did I? Oh, Eddie says, sorry, new to channel already sounds very interesting. Thank you. Oh, well, you're welcome. And again, join in. We are obviously doing the Prevent Hair Loss Challenge, using the oils, using the teas. So last week, the week I would have been talking about, last week we made a tea. Did we make a tea last week? I believe we made a tea last week. We've been using the gloss bars. This week we made the DHT blocking oil. So one of the biggest things I feel like is being consistent with it, making sure you give yourself a nice scalp massage every time you use the oils, use the teas. This time I am focusing on a lot of this same or similar type herbs so you can really get those benefits and not just for like 1 week. You're going to get them time and time again so that you can actually see results from it. And I will say a wonderful thing is like a lot of people in the Facebook group and a lot of people have been DMing me, just letting me know like their hair is growing back. They're getting like fuzz in the area, or their hair is like minimal breakage or minimal shedding. I'm hearing like a lot of really positive things so far as I think you guys are entering week 8 because I started, I'm like half a week or a week ahead of you guys. So y'all will be starting week 8. Some are on week 2. Some people are on week 3. And it doesn't matter what week you're in. Just like be consistent with it. Follow the routine. I'll be here. If I miss a Sunday live, I'll be here on a Thursday live. Encourage you guys. Post, take pictures. I think that's the best thing, especially if you have hair loss, you're experiencing hair loss. Take pictures so you can see like when your hair is starting to grow or changes that is being made. Okay, so Julie says, is Bringraj a good topical herb for alopecia issues or too strong? Bringraj is a really good, powerful herb. You can definitely use it topically. It's not too strong. I mean, I would say listen to your hair. Bringraj is a strong herb. It helps to strengthen hair follicles. It's in my DHT blocking oil that I have. Of course, of course, I'm not going to give you all the full recipe, my full recipe, but of course, I do use other herbs in my DHT blocking oil, the Bringraj and Brahmi, which are really good for strengthening hair follicles at the root. So if you have it, you can use it. It is a strengthening herb though. So like if you're trying to use it, Julie, as like a mask, I would use some conditioning herbs with it, like maybe aloe or maybe amla with it, because it is a strong herb. And I wouldn't say it's too strong, but again, listen to your hair. It can be very strengthening. Hi, Brett. He says hello. He says very clear. Okay, thank you. Sela says, okay, I'm in twists or plaits about 80% of the time, so I'm gonna try it. I just started buying your products in February, so everything is shiny new thing for me. Okay. Well, welcome, and thank you for your support. And yeah, I think if I were to wear twists exclusively, like right now, I'm just kind of doing a lot of different things with my hair. I probably would also just use the twist cream probably pretty exclusively. It gives your twist such a nice hold. Maybe do a 50-50 split. Like maybe I should do a video like half my hair with the twist cream, half my hair with the styler, just for kicks. But right now, because I am in the process of formulating new products, I'm not gonna put my hair away because I need to be able to like test on my hair, see how I like it, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not gonna put my hair into a long-term protective style just yet. But like these temporary cute styles I can wear for a week, wash, reset, and go. I'll definitely be doing that, especially if I need to like test throughout midweek or something. But if I did wear twists or plaits, I would definitely just use the twist cream. Tracy says, cute. Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you. Judy says, I don't need the recipe. I just wanted to add it to my neon oat and owl conditioner. Oh yeah, you could definitely add it to your conditioner. That's really good. Hey, Shamrika. She says, hey all. Hey. Catherine says, in your opinion, is it okay to combine many herbs together for an oil or tea? I see some recipes with 30 herbs sometimes. I think there's nothing wrong per se with using a ton of herbs in an oil or a tea mixture. I think if you're being intentional about it, right? So like, is there a reason why are you using these herbs? A lot of these herbs have a lot of multifunctional properties, right? A lot of them have anti-inflammatory, anti bacteria, antifungal, antimicrobial, right? So a lot of these have similar S-type properties. Now some have more, like green tea has caffeine. Um, Certain herbs are richer in zinc, some herbs are richer in vitamin C, vitamin A, iron, right? So every herb has a certain amount of herbs, vitamin nutrients, what is it called? Micronutrients. Some have estrogens in them. So I think as long as you're intentional or you know why you're putting 30 herbs into an oil or tea, fine. Do I think that it can be a bit excessive? Yes. Do I think that I don't know if I can say it can counter, but is there a point where 15 herbs would be more effective or 30 herbs would be the most effective? I don't know. I think that like a lot of people just get into this habit of just trying to put as much stuff as possible, right? Let me just do all the herbs as possible so I get all the benefits and all the stuff. And I would say it's a waste of your money because I don't want to necessarily say that because maybe there's one herb in there that has this much more than the other herb, but how much more is it really tangible, right? I don't know. I don't know. Like when I think about Ayurvedic and holistic hair care, they talk about grouping herbs into threes, right? So like three herbs for different reasons, like anti-inflammatory, maybe hair growth, prevent hair loss, herbs, those type of three things, right? So I try to be really intentional about herb combinations, why I'm using them. But I'm not saying that 30 would be bad, but I'm not saying 30 would be necessarily great either. It could just be okay. But 15 could work, maybe 9 could work. Maybe, other things could work as well. Um, Sorry, Catherine. I hope that answers your question, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe just adds more confusion. Sela says that would be a cool video. Oh yeah, I feel like half. Maybe I'll do that when I get some time. Uh, Simply Sandra says, thank you for my first order with which I received on June 2nd. Yay. Oh yay. Well, congratulations. Thank you for supporting me as well. I love that. I love that. Julie says YouTubers be having these extreme hair growth videos with wild herb recipes. Yeah, and I think like there's nothing wrong to me. There's nothing wrong with having herb recipes and that are like different. And there was at one point I was trying a new herb each week, and I think that's wonderful. You really get to learn which herbs your hair likes, but it's hard. It's hard to know exactly which herb is working the most when you have 30 herbs in there, right? Um, I think it's easier when you have a couple herbs. You can really see, how your hair is responding. Add a couple more, see how your hair responds. Um, but I don't know. I just for me personally, I don't know if like 30 or 50, I'm reading Catherine's comment, 50 herbs is like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get maximum benefits of maximum properties of every herb. I would be more focused on how long are they infusing the herbs, how they're infusing the herbs into the oil or tea, more so than how many herbs are putting into it, right? So like if I have 50 herbs, but I don't brew my oil or brew my tea for like a long time, are you even getting the benefits and properties? You're just getting hyped because it says 50 herbs or 30 herbs, but like, are you getting all those properties? Are they infusing in the oil? I don't know. I don't know. I feel a little indifferent about it, but that's just me. That's my opinion. If you love it, you like it, you love it, it works. By all means, continue to do so. Oh, Catherine says, thank you. I was just talking some sense to my cousin who has an oil she uses with 50 herbs. She said it was just in case, just in case. Is she making these oils or is she purchasing it from someone? I'm just curious. That's a lot of herbs. I feel like that's excessive. Olu says, your hair looks amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It was my Roots Picnic hairstyle. Someone said, you're so welcome, sis. Thank you. Susan says, do you have a 32-ounce brightening lights deep conditioner? Also, the gloss bar bundle only give you all the options on one of them, not all three. Oh yeah. So I wanted to address that. I never got a chance to. So right now, the only ones that have 12 ounces or in 32 ounce, sorry, let me backtrack brain. The only product right now that it has a 32 ounce is the deep conditioner, the oat and aloe deep conditioner. I am thinking about making at least the brightening lights and the strengthening hair mask into 16-ounce sizes. I gotta test it out, right? Like for me, and I have to get like new labels, more bottles, et cetera, et cetera. So I just like I'm gonna go up one size more and see how much interest is in those products. And if there is more interest, I will create a 32-ounce size of the brightening lights and the strengthening hair mask. I will say though, the strengthening hair mask has definitely become more popular. I think as I talk about it and as more people start to use protein back into their regimen, a lot of people have been buying the strengthening hair mask more so than probably ever before. And that's why whenever that starts to happen, and I see like some people are buying 4 strengthening hair masks at one time, 2 to 3 at a time, it just tells me they want a larger size. So they're just ordering a bunch of them, or maybe they're giving them out to friends. So I just want to go up like the next level before I decide to do a 32-ounce level. So I will work on, I don't know if I'll be able to have that out the 16-ounce by the time I have a sale. So like my label person, they take like at least a week to get print labels. So I'll submit for it, and if it is gonna be here in time, like if I can guarantee he's gonna have them ready by next Friday. Sometimes does not, okay. Even though he's like, oh, it's 1 week, and I'm like, oh, is it? Because sometimes it'd be 2 weeks. Um, will depend on what I will have available on the sale. When it comes to the gloss bars, and I just want to reference this, for whatever reason, the site, and I thought it was the old site, the new site can limit only how many variations you can have with the gloss bars. So I can't add all of them. And I've tried to work around, I've talked to Shopify. So even though the first one has like multiple options where you can mix and match, that that created like 100 more options, right? So for whatever reason, there that tapped out. Like I can't add any more. Like it just blocks it from me doing so. So I don't know another way to, unless I just create a bundle, like its own bundle with all of them already, like saying like I have this gloss bar bundle. There's 6 gloss bars, or there's 8 gloss bars, however many I have now in the bundle. I don't know how to now give you an option to mix and match other than what's currently there. And I hate that, but it's like it's limited by variations on the website. Um, Julie, and then turn around and steal other people's recipes and sell them on IG. Keep yourself close to the vest, Michelle. Oh yes, Julie, you already know. I don't know if y'all were privy to the. I'm gonna leave it alone. But if you saw the comment under my video, my last video, Tip Tuesday video, got a little heated. But yes, there's always people out here trying to get new recipes and try to steal your recipes or whatever it is. So, I feel I see you, Ghibli. I hear what you're saying. Oh man. Okay, M New Stew says, speaking of 30 herbs and combos, not sure if you ever covered this, but can you think of any oils that may cancel each other out instead of working together? I think I may have over anticipated a certain outcome in my last moringa mask. I don't know if they would contradict themselves or like cancel each other out, but like I think like you can have herbs that or oils that have like nut oils might have some like strengthening properties, like omega-3 fatty acids that maybe be more strengthening. And then there's oils that are not nut based that may be more, and I'm using this term loosely, moisturizing or conditioning, or I'm going to use this terms in penetrating versus sealing or sitting on top of the hair. Um, with some properties that are more strengthening versus non-strengthening. That's what I'll use to be a little bit more correct. I wouldn't say that they cancel themselves out, but it can be like if you're using all strengthening or like oils, maybe it feels like your hair it doesn't accept or doesn't absorb or doesn't like the product. Versus if you're using oils that maybe penetrate, that are maybe not like contain like a ton of fatty acids. And I can't say that because I feel like most of them have fatty acids. Um, maybe they don't contain as many strengthening properties, so maybe that penetrates better and that works better with your hair. I don't necessarily think people oils cancel themselves out. I think that they all can serve a different purpose. And I think for some people don't like some people's hair, depending on maybe porosity. They don't like certain products. Like for me, if I use oils, I need to use light oils on my hair, right? Oils that will soak in that pumpkin seed, apricot, grape seed. You want to look at, they call it ceramide rich oils. Usually those penetrate really well into your hair because your hair contains ceramides and they get depleted over time. And so they work really well with like becoming like the glue to your hair. That's what ceramides are. They're like the glue that holds your hair together. So maybe like ceramide rich oils you would like focus on. Those are your grapeseed, sunflower, safflower. Um, I can't even think of the other ones, but if you ceramide, CERAMIDES, if you look up that, those might work better. I won't say that there's two that would cancel each other out, but I just think that some would work way better on your hair than others. So some might just sit, some that are heavier, like castor oil can be a heavier oil. A lot of people say it sits, but then eventually absorbs in, and it's an emollient type oil, so it can penetrate. Some oils are heavier. They have a larger, they call it like a chain, amino acid chain. And so they don't penetrate as well. They kind of sit on your hair. They serve no, I'll say they serve no purpose because there is a sealing purpose. But if you're making a hair mask, maybe you don't want something to sit. Maybe you want everything to penetrate in. So you want to use penetrating oils in a hair mask. Um, so yeah, that's just my thoughts. I don't think that they can. And if someone else has an opinion, like feel free to share it in the chat box. I'm like open to like conversation regarding that. But I think more so if you're doing a hair mask, you want to focus on oils that penetrate into the hair shaft as opposed to sitting on top. And Amnesty, what outcome were you looking? Because you said you were looking for a certain outcome in your moringa mask. Okay, Catherine says purchase. Oh, she purchases them. Okay, okay. I was asking about the oils. I forgot what I asked because y'all know I be talking. Okay, where are we at? Okay, M News 2 says we'll be ordering more of your oil blend soon enough. All right, perfect. Thank you, thank you. Julie says, yes, please. I use about 2 brightening light jars per wash day on hip length. Oh my goodness. Okay, sis. Okay, I got you. I got you. Yolanda says, yes, a larger size strengthening hair mask will be bomb. So bomb. Yeah. That's the thing. Like over time, you guys, I will offer larger sizes more. I just have to like for me to be cost effective. I can't do it for every single product. I just have to see like the interest. And if there's enough interest, I will definitely do it. Catherine says, yes, I saw it. Cheryl says, is Jadismanzi a good herb to use for hair loss? Yeah, actually, Jadismanzi is a great herb to use for hair loss, especially in particular those who have had chemotherapy. It's really good for that type of hair loss. And I'm sure it's good for other types of hair loss too. I can't remember off the top of my head, other than that is really good for those who have had chemotherapy. And it's also one of those herbs I know that can help darken, help stop premature graying. But I'd have to like do some more research on it. I have a video on my channel on about Jadismanzi, Cheryl, and I don't know how much in detail I go about all different hair loss, but I do know I talk about like some of the graying properties, like preventing gray hairs. Uh, is that just by curious? Is that the herb you're using right now, or have you heard about it? Like, what is it about Jadismanzi that you were curious about, other than obviously you're using it for hair loss or wanting to use it for hair loss? Ghibli. Alu says, I have a question. Would you recommend substitute using sodium lauryl sulfate in place of SCI when making the DIY neem shampoo? Mine came out too thick. So you can substitute some sodium lauryl sulfate in place of the SCI. One thing when it comes to SCI, and I'm going to tell you this, you have to heat SCI up for a long time. Even when that joker looks like it's melted, it's not melted. So you just want to, that's one of the things like I'm learning, when it comes to certain products, like anytime you make an emulsion process, you've got to heat and hold anyways, right? And it has to heat and hold for a certain amount of time. When it comes to SCI, though, anything that I think it's always longer. Otherwise, you'll create a really thick substance once it cools down. You want to make sure you're also combining your surfactants together. So don't mix it quite yet with the water phase. When it comes to SCI, all your surfactants, your SCI, if you're going to use sodium lauryl sulfate, any other surfactants that you're using, you're going to mix that and heat separately. You're going to heat it for a long time. And I can't say how long because it depends on like your burners, how hot, but you want to make sure that it's thoroughly melted. So even when it looks dissolved, wait at least 20 more minutes past that time. And it will help you when you're what you call it. But I do think, if I remember correctly, I do think that the recipe was a little bit thicker than normal. So I would maybe take out 1 to 2% of the SEI and trade it in with maybe the sodium lauryl sulfate if that's what you have. Or you can use any other like cocamidopropyl betaine. I could totally mispronouncing it. It's also a softer surfactant. That's what they call like baby shampoo. Um, yeah, I just went on a whole thing, but you could also substitute with that if you can find that. But if not, sodium lauryl sulfate. I know we talk about sulfates being the devil, but it's just going to clarify your hair. It's going to make it a little bit more sudsier. But the SCI is also very gentle on your hair, so you shouldn't have any issues if you're only using like maybe 2 to 3% of the sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay. Wonder said, yes, saw it too and responded to the person. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be crazy. Like sometimes you just be sitting here like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing today. This is actually what we're not doing today because I don't tolerate certain things on my channel. And that was just really getting out of hand. Okay. Okay, sitting or sitting. Okay. New to natural hair says, hello, I noticed your Amazon store has items for high porosity hair. We'll be adding products best for low porosity hair. And are your products best on high porosity hair? Thanks in advance. So, oh, okay. I could definitely add. It's so funny that you say that because I actually was in there the other day and I think like the low porosity hair one for whatever reason is private, and I didn't intentionally try to make it private. I will definitely add that to my Amazon store. And yes, my products are good for low and high porosity hair. I would say so. I have low porosity hair just for reference. That's what I have. I formulate all the products obviously to work for my hair, but I also have some products that work for high porosity hair too. One thing when it comes to, and I say this, it's all about technique. One thing when it comes to high porosity hair, if that's what you have, you do want to focus on some products that have like penetrating properties, but also some that can seal. So, like someone who has high porosity hair, like maybe the leave-in spray may not be as effective because it's light. But for someone with low porosity hair, like a spray leave-in is great because it can penetrate, it can get under those hair shafts. Not saying that you can't use the spray leave-in. You would just make sure you would follow up with something heavier like the twist cream, the styler, an oil or a gel to seal in that moisture. So if you want recommendations on low porosity or high porosity, I can definitely help you out on the live here. So just leave it in the comment section and I'll continue scrolling down and I'll read it when I get to it. This says thank you. You're welcome. Yes, it helps with hair fall, increasing hair growth, helps with graying too. She has a video on her channel too. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ghibli. Simply says, I got a question on your gloss bar. Do I need to add anything with it like organic olive oil? Nope, you don't need to add anything but water. There's already in that gloss bar, there's sweet almond oil, there is shea butter, there's castor oil, and then I use a conditioning emulsifier in there. So it has a lot of conditioning properties. You don't need to add anything but water. And even though sometimes, like I'll say, sometimes you may see me do the gloss bars and I might use a tea or aloe vera. You don't even need to use any of that. That is me being extra. Water works perfectly fine. You don't have to add any more oils to it. Sela says, I'm thinking about this challenge is done to do a personal challenge where I use Moringa weekly. So interchanging your Moringa gloss bars each week. Do you think that would be too much? I don't think it would be too much. Like I I used to use gloss bars every week. I just don't have the time right now to use gloss bars every week. And a lot of people don't wash their hair, shampoo their hair every week. So um yeah, my personal preference is to use hair masks every week. But listen to your hair. Like, Moringa does have some strengthening properties to it. So make sure, your hair is getting enough moisture. The gloss bars are moisturizing, but I'm just letting you know, make sure you balance it out with deep conditioning each week as well. GB says, remember to like the live, y'all. Yes, please like it. It lets people know that, you guys are enjoying the information. Sure, so I heard about it. Sure. What were we talking about? Oh, John's not saying. Okay. New Star said, hair felt drier than normal and not as soft, but maybe I just need to thin the mask out a bit more. Would love to share the list, but won't exhaust the comments. Yeah, and listen, moringa does have amino acids in it, and can be a little bit strengthening. So if you felt like your hair was more strengthened than conditioned, um, focus on herbs. Focus on maybe adding some butters or oils to it that can penetrate. For me, and I know not everyone loves it, but I love shea butter and I love adding shea butter to like gloss bars. But anytime I have like herbal mask, I feel like that's really um moisturizing for the hair. So try that. If you want to add something else, you can add honey. You can add, excuse me, you can add some glycerin to it to make it more moisturizing. Um, I don't know what you put in it, so it's kind of hard for me to like suggest. Also, just let me know, are you high or low porosity? Because I think that also does matter a lot too. Z says, how would I use Jasmine Z for chemotherapy hair loss? So I have to double check, but you can use it from what I remember. You can use it like a mask treatment, or you can add it to an oil. So I'm gonna double check, but check out the video that I have on it. I can't remember. I think I made an oil with it. Oil, I'll tell you this, oils and masks are really great ways, especially if you're suffering, like if you have chemotherapy and you're in remission, um, because it'll penetrate. So you would put it in the oil and then massage it on your scalp like nightly. If you are doing that, I also want to recommend looking into like Brahmi and Brain Garage because they really help also to strengthen that hair follicle. And after chemo, your hair follicles and everything are very weakened. So I would like focus on those three herbs, probably in an oil is how I would use it. So that way I have access to my scalp and to, use it more frequently than a mass treatment, which would be like once a week. Uh, Oh, and Gozi says, can you please post your site? Yes, I'll post my site in the comment section. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay. Oh, why do you feel, and Gozi, why do you feel like your hair is stunted? Your growth is stunted? Because you said, I hear you're saying you need products for your edges. Were you wearing like wigs or weaves a lot and your edges went from that, or braids that were too tight over time? I'm just curious. Oh, it says, I have all that was used in the video. Just want to know if I can do a cold process. Oh no, no, Olu. If you're gonna make the shampoo, you cannot do a cold process with the shampoo. If you do so, you probably would create a shampoo bar, but it would be you still would have to heat it up because the SEI doesn't melt. SEI is it's a very fickle thing, but it's actually used to create solid shampoo bars. I just want to make sure that's what we were talking about because my brain. Okay, yeah. No, but if you want to do cold process, then if you want to completely do cold process, nix the SCI completely. You can do cold process with sodium lauryl sulfate, the cocoa purple betaine, with a couple of other surfactants. You can do a cold process shampoo. If you use SCI, you cannot do it. If you want to nix it, you can completely nix it and switch out the SCI with the sulfate if you like. But if you add the SCI, you have to heat it up. Somebody says I have low porosity hair as well. Okay, so you have low porosity hair. Then I would recommend, like, honestly, the any of the leave-ins. Both of them are really light. Both of them penetrate well. The hibiscus and shea base styler to me is a little bit lighter than the twist cream. You still get that hold. You still get the moisture, definition. Um, all the products, the shampoo bars, great. The deep conditioner, the strengthening hair mask, all of those work really well with low porosity hair. I will say the deep conditioner is thick, so make sure, and I recommend this, when you use it on your hair, use it with water. Aid with water has a ton of slippery detangling, anyways. Um, steam your hair with it. That's what I do every week. So yeah. Yes, please, suggestions needed. Thank you. Okay, what was I talking about? New to natural. Oh, so all the products I just recommended to Olu, you can also, or to Simply Sandra for low porosity hair, you can definitely use because that's what I use on my hair and I have low porosity hair. So y'all got this. Somebody saw thank you, Michelle, for answering my question on the gloss bars. You're welcome, dear. Sharika says, I have high porosity hair and I use the leave-in with a styler and finish with an oil and my hair feels amazing all week. Yeah. One thing, and I think like it's really important to know when I formulate all my products, yes, some are lighter, some are heavier, but I try to do a mix of oils that penetrate really well with oils that can seal a little bit on the hair. Of course, I always recommend if you have high porosity hair to always do like the LOC or LCO process, which is the liquid cream oil, liquid oil cream process, just to make sure your hair gets locked in. Low porosity hair doesn't necessarily need that because our hair generally tends to lie more flat. So, hi, you know who always got to make an appearance. Low porosity hair tends to lie more flat, so you want products that can penetrate easily. So water-based products that can easily go in to the hair shaft gives you that moisture. When it comes to low porosity hair, usually our hardest struggle is to get the cuticles lifted enough to get the moisture, and then the cuticles want to lie flat naturally because that's what low porosity hair does. And all of my products are pH balanced so that the cuticles should lie flat. Okay, Emma says, so do we need to deep condition when we use the gloss bars? So it's funny that you asked this because I feel like everyone's going to be a little bit contingent on you and your hair. I personally don't need to deep condition after every gloss bar. Sometimes, like with the Moringa one, and it depends on when the last time I did protein treatment, how my hair is feeling. Like sometimes I need more strength, and the gloss bar is perfectly fine because there's conditioner in it. So like once you add the water, you're binding the water and the conditioner phase. You add the butters, you got the oils, you got the herbs. Excuse me, and that's sufficient enough. Like the almond fenugreek gloss bar didn't need did do I personally do not need a deep condition after it. Slippery elm gloss bar, I personally don't need a deep condition. The henna gloss bar, yes, I do. And it's also a strengthening treatment. The moringa one is 50-50. It depends on, I guess, if I've how I've been handling my hair. If it needs strength or if it needs moisture. The hibiscus and aloe, I don't need anything. The hibiscus, fenugreek, and aloe, I don't need a deep condition. So I would definitely say listen to your hair. After you rinse out the gloss bars, does your hair feel like it needs something else? And by all means, use a deep conditioner afterwards if you need to. You may not need it for a long time, maybe 15 minutes, maybe with heat, steam, whatever. Um, but I would say it's going to be contingent upon your hair and your hair needs. Sue says, thanks for answering my questions. I hardly catch the lives on Sundays, so I kind of go crazy when you happen to do the Thursday ones. Yeah. Well, I'll periodically do a Thursday anyways, just like pop in on a Thursday. We'll see. Y'all know my schedule will be a little crazy, but it is nice. And I see there's a lot of engagement. So, switching it up sometimes. Tesla says, hello, everyone. I find my hair moringa and almond are very strengthening, so I use agave or honey. Yeah, and I think 100% moringa can be strengthening. So if you need to use something additional, by all means do so. M News 2 says, I think I have mixed porosity if that's possible. Otherwise, not sure. I do a strand test. Honestly, I don't think the strand test is the most efficient way. I would say yes, you could be mixed porosity, and actually, you could have multiple porosities on one hair, like on one head. So for me, this section is high porosity. This is where I have my CCCA that responds so differently. And I can't say it's high, but it's higher than the rest of my hair. The rest of my hair is pretty low porosity. And you can tell, like, when I put products on, the product just wants to sit on top, just be like, what's up? And, and it requires a little bit of heat or a little bit of manipulation to make sure that it absorbs into my hair shaft. This one, products tend to absorb better. This one does it well with way more protein. So I think it's normal to have mixed porosities throughout your hair. And I think just for me, it's about, again, having products and using products that are formulated with ingredients that can penetrate and then ingredients that can, I wouldn't say sit, but like sit on the hair a little bit, especially if you have high porosity hair, because you want something to lock in that moisture. So honestly, like, if you have mixed, I would probably recommend the hibiscus and shea line because you have a little bit of light products. The leave-in conditioner is a little bit heavier than the spray conditioner, but it can penetrate really well. It has a ton of humectants in it. It uses also like a gentle rice protein, which is really nice for the hair. It's a smaller protein, so it just really helps to build the hair. all the products to penetrate. You have a ton of slip in that line. The styler has like the pumpkin seed oil, sunflower oil, oils that can really like repair and penetrate into the hair shaft. So that's my recommendation for mixed porosities. Oh, says thank you. You're welcome. She said, okay, thank you. I scrolled up too far. Okay, thank you for thank you so much. I have some areas that are not coming in well. And it's listen, it's okay, Z. You went through something most people have not, and we're thankful you're here, and your hair just take some time. You don't have to stress about growing everything. I know our hair is our crown and glory. But definitely try that herb, and I would use it in an oil form so that you can massage it into your scalp, like maybe daily or every other day. Tiffany says, "How long have you been on? Did you log on at 6? I didn't get a notification. I forgot." Yep, I came on. It was like 6:03, but like yeah, 6 o'clock. Gozi says, "Yeah, I had locks, then too much braids. I purchased from you before and I love your products. Whatever you recommend, I'll buy again. I purchased under a name. Okay, Ogechi. Ogechi. I'm sorry for mispronouncing braids. Please recommend something." Okay, so since it sounds like you had like a bit of like traction alopecia, I would recommend, honestly, even though it's not DHT related, I would still recommend the DHT blocker because of the herbs in there or the stimulating hair growth oil. Either one of them are fine, but I will also recommend I would recommend the Moringa Gloss Bar then as well too for you. And I want you to, when you apply it, I want you to apply it all the way. Like people be scared to get on their scalp. Nope. I want you to apply it onto your scalp and give yourself a massage with the gloss bar after you apply it, gentle massage. And right now, stay away from all braids, locks, any extension hairstyles right now, avoid them. Make sure you're moisturizing your hair so as your hair grows in, use something light. The leave-in, either one of the leave-ins will work fine on your hair because you want to make sure that once the hair grows in, it gets moisturized. I know edges can sometimes be dry and like crispy, so make sure you're using one of the leave-ins on there that's light enough. Olu, thank you, dear. Hey, Misty Blue. Planet Melissa says, I can't tell if I'm going bald or if it's a cowlick. Um, I don't know either. I can't tell you. I would recommend either taking some photos, going to a dermatologist and monitor and monitoring that area. Is it just like something new that's happening? Like is it just like an area that's just kind of like weird, or are you noticing like a circular formation balding? Simply Sandra says, "Okay, thanks. I'm going to order your shampoo in a few days." Okay, great, great. Just know I am going to be having a sale in about a week. So if you want to just wait for the sale, you can. If you're not, you know, support whenever. Support whenever. Cynthia says, "Do you ship in Europe?" So I ship to the UK right now. Where in Europe are you? So I'll say this: some of the biggest things when it comes to shipping internationally right now is that there are importation fees. And so I want to just be honest, like I don't it's not something I take. It's when the products get to your country, your government taxes you on it for ordering outside of the country. So I just want to put that there is shipping fees that I do, but there are also importation fees. Um okay, sorry. But no, currently I don't ship to France, but I am looking to see if I can ship more internationally. And what I want to do is find a way that I can either include the fees in it. The only thing is then I'm liable for your government. I have to pay your government the taxes. No matter what, I don't get the money. No matter whether you pay. And right now the easiest thing is if you pay at the import, because that way your government takes it right away. If not, I have to then go in and file taxes for each country I'm registered in internationally. And I'm not there yet. I'm just not there yet. I barely want to do the taxes in the United States. So That's the only thing, like, when shipping internationally, like, I can charge shipping for what it costs to ship to there, but there are importation fees, and I just wanna be 100%, like, transparent when it comes to that. Um, so I am working on trying to figure out how to ship because I can right now, I could technically open my site to ship internationally anywhere. I just wanna make sure that we're all having, like, transparency for me is, like, the most important, and I know it's, like, frustrating because, like, some people were shipping to Canada and there's, like, $30 or the UK, and it was, like, maybe $30 to ship, and then there's additional $30 tax from the government, right? So I just trying to find a way to be very transparent about it, and so it's hard. So I'm trying to work on because I could literally, like, on the Shopify store, you can open up your site worldwide. It has an option to be, like, worldwide shipping, and I can do that, but I don't know what's that gonna cost you at the end. And I know that's maybe for your burden to bear, right? Because you're the customer. But as the owner, I want to be as transparent as possible, so that way you don't have a surprise fee. Like, I already paid this, and now I got to pay an additional this. So that's what I'm really trying to work on because I care and I don't want people to be upset or like you're trying to get a product and stuff. So I'm also like trying to work on it. There's a couple people who have hit me up who like right now just like struggling with to make sure that they're honest and they're actually like a storefront, but storefronts who want to sell my products there. So like I would just ship a big box to the UK and then they would put it in their storefront and then you won't have to worry about international shipping fees, right? Like I'd pay that one fee to ship, I don't know, 500 products, maybe not 500, but 100 products to the UK. They would put it in the store and then around the area, then you guys could like purchase, overseas instead of having to do international. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm trying to find the best and most cost effective way for everyone. For everyone. Um. Okay, this said, thank you. I'm about to order the DHC 4-ounce blocker, O9 mask, and the Moringa bar. Oh, thank you, dear. Simply Sandra said, Michelle, just found out that my sister-in-law is cancer-free from breast cancer. Can she use one of your gloss bars? She can, as long as she's clear from her doctor. With any, because let me tell you, herbs are powerful. So as long as she's clear from her doctor to use herbs, um, I would recommend she stays away from any herbs that like fenugreek right now. So if anything, I would recommend if she's clear, like one of the hibiscus and aloe, the moringa and amla, or like the slippery elm. All those have for like anti-inflammatory, antibacteria, and for hair growth. I would recommend those bars. I would stay away from the fenugreek right now because it is a phytoestrol and has estrogen in it. So I wouldn't recommend that. Emma says, I have a digital microscope and I got to see my sebum come through and run onto my scalp. It was so cool. Yeah, it's funny. People have sent me pictures. Yes, some of y'all have sent me pictures of your scalp from the microscope. And it's good. I think like if you know what you're looking for, you can really assess the health of your hair, the health of your scalp. As a lot of times, on my channel, I'm always a proponent for shampooing your hair, but there was a big phase where nobody was shampooing their hair. But I do think if you can get one of those little microscopes, you can really see what's going on in your scalp. Are you taking care of your scalp? Are you shampooing it enough? Are you getting rid of the old sebum? Can you see new healthy sebum? I think that's really cool. I think that's phenomenal. I love anything sciencey. I love to look at scalps all day and weird stuff. So, News said, "What is your opinion on onion treatment for scalp care?" Um, Onions have basically they contain the sulfur, and it's interesting because I actually have a few videos on onions, and I have one on doing like an onion rinse, and I have one doing using the onion peels, the actual like skin of the onions that contains a ton of nutrients, like it has like quercetin, it has the sulfur, all the things which are really powerful that can help with like growing your hair. I think it's fine. The only issue I had with onions is, do you want to smell like onions all day? The onion peels are a little bit better because they don't stink so much. I brewed it as like a tea. So if you look on my channel, I have I think I have an onion oil and I think I have an onion tea. I think it's in the same video. I think it might just be one video, but I make two recipes. in that video. Um, it can be really helpful if you know like sulfur is really good for hair growth. That's why when we did the MSM, it's MSM is just a different form of sulfur. I forget the exact methyl sulfonal meth whatever. My brain's not working. But anyways, MSM is sulfur in the onions. What is giving some of those properties, those benefits, is the sulfur, is the quercetin, is a couple other nutrients that are happening are being used. But I would say honestly, I would focus on the onion peels. If you're going to choose an onion recipe, I would use the onion peel recipe because it doesn't stink and you still get actually a high concentration of it in the peels of the onions. So I highly recommend you check out those videos or that video to grow her hair back from. Oh, okay, yeah. So simply, like I recommend those things, but definitely just make sure she's approved before using any herbal treatments. Allison says, "How do you ship to Trinidad and Tobago?" Currently, I do not. Currently, I don't ship to any of the Caribbean islands. But like I said, I'm just working on making sure like what the importation fees will be for you guys. So there's realistic expectations. That's all. Alyssa, did someone say sales? Yes. You're a businesswoman with a difference. Yes. So next Friday will be a sale. It will be. I believe I'll start it on Friday. It's payday. Why not? Cindy says, "All right, thank you. I'll move to US." You're so funny. Someone says, "Okay, I will wait for your sale. You're truly the best. I'm so glad I found your channel and your hairline." Well, thank you, and I'm glad. Thank you for supporting me. Listen, have you shipped to Canada? Do you have any idea if they charge custom fees? Yeah, they do charge custom fees. Um, Canada is not as I will say this. The UK is probably the worst. Canada is not as bad, but I do think it's not just about bad or worse. I think it's about how much product you buy. Just depends on how much your government taxes you. So, like I said, I think the last person who messaged me, and I think this is the reason I'm addressing it is because people have emailed me, and that's why I'm always want to be like as honest as possible. Sorry, I just see what's happening here. Let me just mute this person. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, so people had just emailed me and saying like, "Oh, okay, there's importation fees and there used to not be because I used to pay them and the government was like, "You're supposed to be charging the customer if you're paying them." It was a whole long thing. Needless to say, I just want to be very transparent when it comes to international shipping. That's all. Hey, Rissy, how are you? So I'm so late. My phone pushed the notification to the bottom. Your phone be hating on me, Rissy. I'm glad I made it though. Well, thank you. Thank you. Simply said, "Thank you so much for letting me know that I will tell my sister-in-law." Yes. Okay. And we'll look for the videos. Thank you again. You're welcome. Emma said, "I used the onion juice before and after washing my hair for a week. Every time I turned my head, I could smell onions." Yeah, that's one of the reasons, Emmett. Like, that's one reason why I stopped using anything that was like highly potent. Like, I don't want to smell like onions all day, okay? Because it smells like no. But the onion peels are better than the actual onion, like onion juice. Like, if you just shred the onion juice and use that, you're gonna smell like onions all day long. Who wants to smell like that? But yeah, I will also say, like for me, I recommend herbs because at least you don't have to smell like onions. You can get some of those same properties. Also check out MSM that has that sulfur that you can get from the onions. Uh, Moringa contains quercetin, which is found in rice water, which was like the whole craze, the rice water craze. There's a lot of other herbs that have those similar properties without making you smell like onions. Frida said, "My question is for Emmett. Where did you buy your digital microscope?" Okay. I said, "Thank you." Needham says, "Hello. I've purchased products from Canada to the US and the custom fees are pretty affordable." Yeah. I would say Canada is way more affordable than the UK or France or yeah. Rissa said, you couldn't pay me to use onion in my hair. Yeah. Rissa said, I'll eat onions, so I won't wear them. I'll just stick to instant powder. Exactly. Exactly. I'm with you on that, Rissy. All right. Does anyone else have any more questions? I'm about to go to my dance rehearsals tonight. Put my watch back on. I had to charge my watch. But let me know, and I will also be live. I believe I'll be live on this coming Sunday at 1:30. If anything comes up, I'll definitely let you guys know. So if you have any more questions, um, put it in the comment section, and I'll try to answer them on Sunday for you guys. Let me see. Yes, I too stop with the onions and the rice water. Yeah, it. Like I said, you can literally use moringa and get all those properties, and then throw in some MSM, and you're perfectly fine. You don't have to stink all day just to have hair growth benefits. June says, nope, have a good evening. Thank you, dear. Rissy said, what was y'all talking about with 50 herb? We were talking about people who be very excessive when it comes to creating oils or teas, and how I said I don't think it's necessarily effective to do all of that. Like, I don't think it's effective to have 50 herbs or 30 herbs in an oil. I think being intentional about any products you create, formulate, make, whatever you do, DIY, um, just be intentional. Like, focus on anti-inflammatory, focus on antibacteria, focus on hair growth, focus on hair loss. You don't need 50 herbs to do that. So that's kind of the conversation. If you rewatch the video, you'll hear me go on my little, it wasn't a rant, but you'll hear me go on my little opinion. You share my opinion with you guys. Nagosi says, my dear, I just ordered. Kindly check. Please send me out early. Enough love and stay blessed. Thank you. I'll probably ship your order tomorrow, because I actually packed a ton of orders today, and tomorrow I try to do a big ship day on Fridays. I scrolled up and saw somebody say that. I was screwed. Tiffany says the onions help my your dermatitis. Oh, okay. There's a lot of properties and nutrients and stuff from the ground. It just depends on whether you want to smell like it all day or not. Oh, you see, you can plug it into your phone or computer. And Sue said dance time. Yes. By the way, y'all, I'm down 15 pounds. I got on the scale today, and it's officially 15 pounds. I'm gonna try to lose like 6 or 7 more, and that's it. And I'm tapping out. Tapping out. Then it's just like strength training from here and maintaining. Jano says, can you drink the moringa, or is it better applied topically? I actually recommend doing both. So you can drink it as a tea. I add it to my smoothies in the morning. There's a ton of herbs that you can drink, and moringa is one of them. That has so many. It's a superfood. You can get it at your vitamin shop or my Amazon store. It don't matter. You can get it anywhere. The vitamin shop is a powder form. You could add to smoothies, brew it as a tea, drink it. It's a little grassy, but I mean, I like herbs, so I'm just saying. Olu says, would you be posting more skincare routine videos? I can. I haven't done much skincare because I haven't been, you know what it is? I have my routine down, and that's pretty much what I've been sticking with. I think I've shared what I'm using. I don't think I'm using anything different. I am doing one thing different, and I do have a chemical exfoliant that I've been using periodically. Not like every time, but maybe I can share that with you guys. But most of the stuff, like the skincare videos that I did for you guys before, about like creating the toner for your face, using niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, cleansing, how I cleanse my face, the oil like all that's the same. Ain't nothing really changed with that. I create my own lotions and stuff for my face and my body. That I haven't. I've kind of showed you guys one recipe, but that I really haven't delved into. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Vi says, have fun in your class. Thank you. I will. I will. Both. Oh yeah, both. Thanks, Emeth. You can do both. Bruce says, yeah, 12 plus herbs is great. Right. And I said that. I said I think there's no point after. I think you're just being excessive after a certain point. I think 30 is crazy. I think 50 is crazy. But yeah. Jay said, nice, thanks. I joined late. Oh, okay. Well, we about to head out. Said my first oil mix had over 16 herbs. And after making it, I was like, what were you thinking? Yeah. I think sometimes we just get excited because we think like, oh, if I just do everything, like if I put everything together, it's going to be so helpful, so beneficial. And you could probably get those same benefits or similar with like 5 or 6 herbs, 9 herbs, 10 herbs. But I don't know, 30 herbs is a lot. Is a lot. It's a little excessive. Sila says, thanks for this live and your dedication to helping us on our journey. You're welcome, dear. Thanks. Okay, congrats on the weight loss. Thanks, Tiff. You saw my pictures. The stomach be all flat now. It's a yes, skinny mini. Might as well say 15 pounds is great. Thank you, y'all. It's been a journey. Have fun in your dance class. I'm getting ready for my evening yoga. Oh, have fun too. And so yes, both natural energy. I drink mine like a latte with oat milk. Earthy but tasty. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Olu says 15 what? That's great. Great job, sis. Thank you so much. Sue said, yes, skincare. I'm ready for your skincare line. A skincare line? Y'all have been, you know what? It's so funny. Y'all have been talking about my skin for a long time, and we were probably way overdue. We were probably way overdue for a skincare line. Because a few people actually got samples of my lotion that I make for the wintertime, and it's really bomb. Nika has actually used the recipe, and she's like, oh my God, it's really great. It really helps with skin, evening, age spots, all of that. Cause a girl I'm 37, I'll be 38 in a few months. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna be 38. So I'm trying to keep it, I'm trying to have my no makeup be cute still. So yeah, for eczema, yes, yes. Yep, that's what I use. That's the only stuff I use. I don't trust nobody else's nothing. Nothing. Okay. Tem says I have about 17 herbs, but it was a spread across my hair journey. That's fine. That's fine. Emma says you are looking great. Thank you. Y'all got me high. Olu says great time dancing. I'm glad I saw the live chat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm about to go. My tummy said no to drinking moringa. Some people can't. I think some people can't drink it on an empty stomach. Some people have to like mix it with other stuff or it not be the first thing you drink. My tummy said no to drink. Okay, Risty said. Drew said 38, you lying. You mean 28. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll be 38 in November. So, trying to keep it together. Trying to keep it together, y'all. Trying to find me a new man. Okay, anyways, let me log off. And thank you, Nita. She says 38 looking great. Thank you. Let me log off because I'll be giving you all the gossip. Have a great time dancing. All right, I will. Thank you guys. I will see you guys probably on Sunday for the live. And do something for yourself today. Have some fun. Take some R&R. Give yourself a nice scalp massage. Oil your hair. Do something you like. Yes, you deserve a new man. I do, huh? Bye. You look very young. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really interested in what you use on your skin. Your skin looks brighter every time I see you. Oh yeah, thank you. Well, check out my skincare videos. I have them under like a playlist on YouTube. All right. Good night, you guys.